Okay, everyone. Yeah, back again. We're just going to kind of go through a few things here in a few slides. This is very well, like we did in our previous uh, presentation. This is a lot more just informational, but I kept some of the same slide just because it's easier and to do that. Let's see. First off, we've had a lot of questions on the schedule because there's going to be some people that are going to be meeting us at different times. So this is coming out of the guidebook that is produced. May not be quite as clear because it was basically just snipped out of a file, but this is kind of an overview of what we have right now, day by day. Uh, our first stop on Monday is going to be at the Rose Garden. We'll kind of go through that here in a few slides, but we do have talked to the guy today about the walking tour. That's going to be a whole lot of fun. We actually have an interactive part of that. I think you'll really enjoy. That's I've done some research on to do, so that'll be a lot of fun in downtown Shreveport. But you can look at the list. I will try to send this list out. Already, I will try to send it out to everybody. If you'll just send me an email at info@jeffersonhighway.org this evening or whenever you can, and then I'll just immediately send this back to you so you can have this. Again, this will be in your guidebook. Do we have any questions on the schedule or anything at this time? Hearing none, I'm gonna go forward.
Hey,
Again,
Roger.
the starting. Yeah.
Yeah, Ronnie Harris. I just want to make sure the tour starts at 2 o'clock. I'm driving in from Baton Rouge. So my question is, are y'all meeting at a time prior to 2 p.m. or just show up at 2 o'clock and that's the registration time?
If you want to do it, and to get some icebox pie and a few goodies. I know Arlene is going to be doing that. I've heard a few others might be joining me there. That's up to you. You don't have to do that. We're just going to eat and kind of go over a few logistics. That's not really part of it. But if you want to do that, I'm not sure when we'll be there, but I'm guessing 11:30 or so. And then we'll.
I'm sorry, you kind of faded. But the
Okay.
location is where?
I don't know if you've ever heard of Strawn's. It's on
Okay,
Kings
yeah,
Highway. We're
yeah.
going to probably meet there just to get settled a little bit with some of the leaders and stuff that are involved in this. So anybody's welcome to be there if they want to. But as of this is where it really starts. And the 2 to 4 time period, we'll have tourism with Shreveport there. Gives you time to look at those centers that have not been there. There will be some tables there with some information and stuff like that. So this is where we start. It doesn't necessarily have to be there at 2 o'clock. That's not going to be a big issue. I think the key thing to me is the next slide is coming up is the event that is a new event. Well, I'll show you in a minute.
Roger,
yeah.
I just want to say that normally the American Rose Center is closed on Mondays, but they're opening up for us. So I don't anticipate them, having it open before, 1:30 or 2 o'clock. If anybody was to get there before then, I don't know that it would be open. So I just want to point that out.
Yeah, I mean, most of us are going to be there by 2 o'clock just to see the gardens. Right. Again, this is a private event for us, so this is a pretty unique thing that Arlene's got set up for us, and but that's their starting point time. The other question has been, where are we starting on next morning? I've had a few people that have wanted to know this. We have changed it a little bit because we're going to start a little bit earlier, doing some research. I'll tell you when we're there, but the event happened right near this store. Plus, if you're going to Natchitoches, you just almost have to go to the store there. It is such a great place to visit, and they open up early, so we're going to stop there. I'm going to tell you a story about the Jefferson Highway, and then we'll go into the store. And but that's our starting point. Then, if you can't make that, then you need to go to our second place, which would be the St. John Baptiste Visitor Center, and then this just down the road a little bit.
And
This is
Rhonda,
where it is.
yeah,
It's at
Rhonda,
155 Jefferson Street.
my office is right next door to Kathy Fredericks, and we'll probably have some coffee and hot donuts in here if anybody wants to stop in. At 9 o'clock, I know that on the schedule you have it at Fort St. John Baptiste. They're going to be opening up at 9 and setting up for breakfast. And the actual sign dedication at the park right next door is scheduled for 9:30. They sent down invitations, the Historic District Development Commission that's putting this on for us. And then after the sign dedication, we'll walk right next door to the fort and go and do refreshments from Northwestern University. Hospitality students are setting up a little continental breakfast thing. So refreshments at after the
Yeah, and
sign
this slide here shows 9:45, but
Okay.
but it's
Okay.
going to be kind of in line or whatever we can kind of, I'm assuming, get
Yeah.
organized there. It might be 9:30, it might be 9:35, but it's somewhere.
All right.
But this is the second place that we would go, and obviously, if we're downtown, we'll all gather and go down that same way, I would assume. This is a new addition. We're going back a day now. We're going back to Monday in this slide. This is something we didn't have in original planning, but as we're going into Shreveport, those that are involved in Jefferson Highway Association know about our historic sign program, and Shreveport does not have one. We've been talking to them a lot, and in the last Jefferson way, I'm Mrs. Kimball and how important she was to the highway, and one of the first woman to actually be a director in a Good Roads organization. So we have the sign, and we're going to dedicate it there on site at 3 o'clock. It's not going to be installed then, but we're going to have it there. And then our folks from Shreveport Tourism will be there. It is very possible that we might have some press for this because they are sending information out to reporters. They're also, I've already got some contact from a reporter that may interview me at some point, and that may be where they interview me. So um, anyway, we might have some press there. So it's an important thing to be there, at least, to be there at 3 o'clock. Obviously, we've already heard about this is a private event. They're opening it up. So everybody, as many people as we can, we like to have you at the Rose Center that afternoon. And then anticipate in this event, sign unveiling at the Rose Center. You have any more comments, Arlene? She's gone to something. She's in the middle of a business function. This is also something that's been added. We have, through Arlene's efforts, we have a very unique and very exciting opportunity. We are moving at 9 o'clock that morning. We will be taking a tour then inside the municipal auditorium. That is normally a $20 charge. We're going to get that for $10, so half off just for our group. And then we're going to go across the street and nearby, let's put it that way, and we're going to meet the guitar legend James Burton. I don't know who doesn't know about James Burton, but he is going in the Country Music Hall of Fame. He's already in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. He was a legendary session player, played with so many music greats and on so many records over time. I think Rolling Stone magazine said he was the top 25 guitarist. He started in Shreveport playing on the Louisiana Hayride. He was 14 years old. He broke out with writing the iconic riff of Susie Q and in 1957, I believe it was. So just an amazing deal. Played with Elvis in the 1970s, and he is, we're going to get to meet him and talk with him and probably see a few things. So that's a unique opportunity, very special. It doesn't happen a lot from what I can tell talking with Arlene. And Arlene was with him earlier this year in the Rose Parade. He went there. He was actually on the float there, I believe, and so she got to meet him and his wife and knows them now. So really a neat opportunity. I'm looking forward. He will be autographing things. I'm bringing a couple of things. Those that know me, I'm actually from here in Muskogee, Oklahoma. He's the guitarist or one of the guitarists on the song "Okie from Muskogee" that is part of my hometown's history. So kind of neat, and we're excited to be able to see him. The lodging that night, I just want to make sure if you have not registered, that this is kind of the overall look of the hotel. The hotel was recently renovated. It is not an historic hotel, but this is for our official, and it does have a restaurant in it that should be open in the evening. So that is also an option for that potential later on. So unless we have any questions there, we're going to go on. In Natchitoches, we do have several lodging options. I don't know who all's booked on what. My understanding is all of these, I believe, has someone in them. For example, I'm staying in the Violet Hill, but I know a lot of people are staying in the Church Street Inn. But anyway, one of the things we're also going to do is these are all members of the Jefferson Highway Lodging Association. I'm going to do some to them with some specific signs that we have done. So looking forward to talking up the Jefferson Highway, and hope you will too as you check into the hotels there. If you haven't reserved, now's the time to do it. And have any problems, I'm sure you can reach out to Arlene or visit Natchitoches Tourism can help you out also. So we've gone through those things. To answer any questions. And we like questions. We want to hear some questions because we also know the people who are listening to this on video are gonna. We want to hear your questions because they also would benefit from answers.
Ronnie Harris here. Got a question.
Okay.
All right. Relative to Mansfield, when I saw the thing for the box lunch, and I saw where you have a choice to either get that or eat somewhere else. I was under the impression, well, I guess it's a box lunch to go. And then I saw the video last night of your previous thing, and
right.
So people are actually eating at the female college museum.
We are eating there. We will take a tour. We are going to have some people from the community in and around there that will greet us. That's my understanding that one 20 years old that is a historian there is going to tell us some things about the Jefferson Highway there. He's supposed to be there, but
so
we will be there.
So Roger,
it seems like then we'll eat there.
Yes. So it seems like I should have gotten a box lunch is what I'm driving at, because if everyone's going to be staying there to eat there.
Yes. It's going to be a lot easier to do that than it is to not, because you will miss out on some things if you're not doing that. So yeah,
So,
I would recommend. We've already sent the order in, but we had 2 or 3 new people last night, so I had to send those in. So it's not a big deal. If you'll just kind of let us know
yeah,
if
I'll
you
go
don't
back.
have that email, we can get it to you. But
Y- I got the email and I'll order something just to make sure. I just misunderstood based on the word
yeah,
spot
yeah.
lunch, so.
And
All right.
again, that's part of the questions stuff. You know, we have all this in our mind, but it doesn't necessarily get out to you. So it's important to answer questions. So good, very good question there. Hopefully we've answered it for you. A lot of you on this call have seen, having a little bit of a lag here. And we'll just kind of go through this. We're going to have all different types of, vehicles. Most, I would say, almost everyone except for Mr. Johnson probably will be in a modern vehicle, unless something surprises us, which it could. But we will be doing that. Uh, Understand that the Caravan will be driving through urban areas, will be 2-lane roads. It's going to be very difficult to stay perfectly aligned with each other. This is the 1917 sociability run. You can see these people were right back. It's not going to be that way all the time. The key thing for us is to know to go to the next stop. So we will, at each stop, we will tell you where the next stop is, and we will probably have a few stops just to make sure we're organized that will come up. But that's the key thing. A lot of you have purchased the guidebooks or pre-purchased it. There will be guidebooks available. So if you have not purchased yours now, ready, and we will get you a book. It has information. It's a pretty good sized book. It's going to have stories in it. It's going to have this tour information and some other things that you'll need to know will be good on the Caravan. We will prepare a waiver liability document. We did that last year. It's just a normal process just to know that you're driving with us. You're just kind of going along for the ride. You're not holding the Jefferson Highway liable for anything that goes on. This is similar to other driving Caravans, Lincoln Highway, others that have done this in their similar events. So every morning we will just we only have 2 mornings here. We'll just make sure that everybody understands it too. Again, we're going to be, if you have to stop on your own during the Caravan, that's understandable. You may have to do a restroom break, maybe doing whatever. That's fine. We're not, we just know that we're, again, go to the next destination. We will try to account for everybody we can on the next destination. If sometimes we're going to have some timing restrictions because we are told this person we're going to be there at this time and we could be behind, things happen. So we'll make some decisions on the fly here. Just understand that has to happen. There might be some times, some places we're really enjoying ourselves and learning a lot, but we have to get down the road just because. If you are dropping from the Caravan at any time, please let us communicate. We'll have that information in the packet. You can email, text, call us, whatever, and we will. That helps us. We just don't want to know what's happened. Last year I know Bill's on the call. He had a problem. He communicated to us, and we kept on going, but some people stopped and helped in, which was great. But communicating leadership, we knew what was going on. We will have some car magnets. We'll have some availability of those. The car magnets are specific to this Caravan. They are not the Jefferson Highway ones, so they're a little bit different. I don't know if anybody's going to do it, but if you want to decorate your vehicle or just have something fun, it might even be just writing something in the back or something fine. We're gonna have a contest. That's the way they did back in the old days. They decorated their vehicles on the caravans. We do have a few contests going on, a photo contest. So we'd like you to take pictures. If you're into social media, post them. Just put a hashtag of 2024 JH Caravan, and we'll have 3 themes this year, and we will announce the winners in our banquet. That was kind of fun last year. We did that. You don't have to be a super photographer or anything. Just you never know when the best photograph's going to. We'll have passport again this year. There are each day we'll have passport opportunities that'll be in your guidebook, so there will be a place to stamp those, and that will be a souvenir for you too. We've already talked about that. We got this. Talked about the car decorations. Here's one from the Louisiana group when they were in Minnesota, so you can see the decorating. I don't know. You probably don't have time to order these, but some we said would be fun to have the different states that you're from as a car flag that just as we go down the road. So we threw that out as something fun, and I have that for my car. Again, the guidebooks are $5. They're gonna bargain price, and they're going to give you information on routing. The passport stamp is in there, and it's going to have some other information. We will have some of the caravan merchandise, what we have available. We may not have everything. For example, we probably will not have the umbrellas because we did not get many or pre-orders. We got a couple of orders, but they weren't for the caravan. So anyway, that's not going to probably be available. Everything else probably should be available on site. We will be giving you one of these participant armbands. We'll give those out each morning as we get going every morning. This is just something fun. I've had a lot of fun doing this. I don't be interesting to see how many people do listen to it and give me some feedback. But we do have Spotify for anybody on Spotify application, or you can download it. It's not hard. We will have a playlist. We will have Jefferson Highway Caravan. There's like 23 songs, everything from Louisiana Swamp Blues to Elvis on the stage at the Louisiana Hayride to just there's actually a bluegrass. There's just a little bit of everything in this, and it's been we've worked on it for a while, and it's something fun. So it's out there, and including a brand new Jefferson Highway song and also. So that's out there. If you just want to search for Louisiana JH Caravan, there also will be a link inside your guide so you can access it on site. We talked about the walking tour. We're going to do a special interactive recreation of a 1917 ceremony that happened in Shreveport, where they mingled the waters of the North Red River and the South Red River. I have the almost of you to step forward and portray some of these roles. It's going to be a lot of fun. Not going to be hard, but just something fun to do as we look back a lot on this to the 1917 social era and so on. If you have not registered now and you're on this call or you're listening to this on YouTube video late and you make a decision to join us, please send us a message now to info@jeffersonhighway.org saying, yes, I want to go. Who else is going with you? If you're joining in Shreveport, if you're joining Natchitoches, we've got a few that may join us actually in Mansfield. So let us know so we can kind of make ways for that. We especially need it in Mansfield if we're going to have that box lunch, as we talked about just a minute ago. At this point in time, I would not do the Facebook click as shown here. I would just send me an email to info@jeffersonhighway.org. Again, we don't really have any overall cost. It's just up to you to provide your own gas, food, and lodging fees, and anything else that may come up. And that's the fun is about to begin. So that's all I have on a slideshow. I want to, again, please ask every one of you. I'd love to ask some questions here and or even comments, and I'll take a listen right now.
Well, Roger, that's why I came on to the Zoom, because I had some questions. The magnets and car flags, you said you will have a quantity there, because I don't know if I can fit a car magnet on the side of my car. I guess I can, but the flag I thought was a good idea. So you will have some available?
We will have everything we have available. It's again, it's limited in supplies, but I anticipate, especially the magnets, we should have 40 of those. So yes, we will have those available for you.
So should I go ahead and buy one and just tell you don't ship it, just bring it, or just buy it at the location?
That is exactly what we're telling everybody. Had some people say we want to ship that to you. No, we're just going to bring. If you're going to be there, we're just going to bring it to you there. And so
Okay.
if you decide tonight you want to go, if you want a car flag, go ahead and order it, and we'll have it for you there. So we'll have a list of everybody who has ordered one, and we're going to separate those.
Great. Thank you very much.
Good question. Anybody else have a question? Or is anybody else excited to get started on this? It's going to be a lot of fun. I know Bill is on the call. He was with us last year, and we had a lot of success, I think, in Iowa last year, touching a lot of communities. And that's an important thing, this Caravan is about us. We're learning, we're enjoying Louisiana, meeting a lot of people, but wherever you can, keep touting these communities to get more involved in the Jefferson Highway. He worked in in Iowa last year. After the conference, we get feedback from some of these communities that, they want to get more involved, and that's where it happened. And I can tell you just by our work on this Caravan, that's happened. Because, for example, we weren't really talking to Shreveport. We are now. We weren't really engaged a whole lot with Mansfield. We are now, and down the road. So, it's important to let people know. There's going to be, I don't know. There's going to be some people joining us in Natchitoches. So as we get on that last day, we'll have more than we will to start. But it looks like to me we'll be close to 20, could be a little bit over that in Shreveport. And it will grow probably closer to 30 by the time we are getting into Natchitoches, which is a pretty good group for this. And then when we get on to the conference, our registration at the conference is we'll have a lot of different folks from all over. I'm excited to tell you that we have every state on the Jefferson Highway coming to the conference. And we also have representatives, again, different ones this year from Manitoba. And we have 18 states, I think, this year represented. And we will have a lady coming from Europe. So we're excited about it. And a lot going on, as you can imagine, right now, as we're trying to think, what about if we forgot something or whatever. But if you have a question anytime, reach out to us. But again, the starting points per day, if you're joining us in Shreveport, under the Rose Center, and 2 o'clock, and then the next day in Natchitoches, early on at the store, or if you can't make it that early, then to come on to the Fort John Baptiste. So, any other questions from anybody else? Thank you so much. We'll look forward to it, and I will see you soon.
Thanks for all your hard work, Roger. And looks like it's going to be a great week. We've got the car ready to go. We're going to be starting out tomorrow morning to head that way.
That's great. I'm glad to hear it. We can't wait to see you and your wife, and look forward to a really fun week.
Hey, Roger,
Yes.
the agenda or the itinerary rather that you put up a little while ago, is there any way that you can either put that back up so I can screenshot it, or is there a way that I could get a copy of that file?
Yeah, I'll send you a PDF of it whenever I get off here. So
That'd be
it
great.
will
Thank
be a
you.
better copy. But yes, I will send that to you now.
Okay, appreciate it. Thank you.
Everyone have a good evening.
All right, we'll see you in a couple days. Thanks again.
All right. All right.
Thank you
Bye-bye.
very much. Bye-bye.